Another day, another dollar. The guy with the channel who comes back year by year. Yeah. With that out of the way, how are you? Good? Great. I'm sure all of you are wondering about the Adventure Time video. I'm just going to keep it short and sweet. I'm not going to make it, at least right now. I know I got a lot of traction on part 1 of that video and I'm grateful, but it was more about the circumstances when I worked on it. I was alone and stayed up day and night working on it. I'm also in college, but hey, I can eventually do it, but I'm going to stick to doing videos that are easier for a while. I love you guys and thank you again. We all love television. Shoot, most of the time I'm sitting in my apartment watching something. Who can blame me? I enjoy the peace and luxury. There are times when you're watching things and probably come across a character that becomes insufferable. It makes you want to do something to them, or possibly make your blood boil. I'm going to speak about several that I found annoying myself. And if there's characters I didn't mention that you feel like should be brought up, feel free to put it in the comments. I'm interested. This is just opinion based and there is no right or wrong answer, but at the end of the day, it's how I feel about the matter. When I watched Arthur when I was younger, I loved it. Everything about it I gained insight into life lessons and values that can be used in real life. But one character I despised was DW. DW was something else. The way this girl got away with things or acted towards others was despicable. There was an episode where DW was being a picky eater and her family went into a restaurant. She ain't like nothing on her salad, and Arthur already knew she was gonna be on some BS. She flips her salad bowl on the waiter's head and makes him quit on the spot. There is no way this girl was the reasoning for him to quit. He must have dealt with some things before. Another episode is when DW was complaining about not having a weekend with her dad. Their dad's weekend was supposed to be with Arthur, and the next weekend after that was DW's weekend. Their dad would eventually tell them that he has to work that weekend and he has DW, and she starts complaining and whining. I know she's a child, but seeing how she got her way and Arthur getting neglected infuriated me. Then it gets no better. It causes them to all go, and Arthur ends up getting his ankle sprained, and their dad and DW go fishing. They come back, and she catches a bunch of them. So then the next day, it's raining and pouring outside, and they can't catch anything due to it. And then they come back and find out that fish had leaked out the water and everyone in the area had got one. Then they start singing a Mary Moo Cow song that DW loves so much, and Arthur gets fed up. I would have hit a breaking point too. It felt like it was bragging at that point, where Arthur struggled the whole episode like, you seriously couldn't wait? Patrick Star. I love Patrick, but there's times where he gets on my nerves. Let me give y'all a little rundown. When he refuses to share a toy with SpongeBob one time the whole episode, and then eats it all at once towards the end. He takes SpongeBob's wallet without his permission, and then has the audacity to claim SpongeBob hasn't learned anything from sharing. That one Splinter episode where he pretends to be a doctor and tries to help, but instead causes the swelling to grow more. After that, bro decides to leave and go home. Even that time where all of Bikini Bottom left SpongeBob alone, and in the end it's revealed that he wanted a little bit of time away from SpongeBob, that's coming from his best friend. That's supposed to be loyal to him. Don't even get me started on the Forever Glue. Patrick was a punk a little in the golden era of SpongeBob, which is the first 3 seasons, but after that he becomes an even more dumbass, like he got a lobotomy. Moral of the story, don't be like Patrick Star. The one and only infamous Caillou. I don't think there's a lot for me to say about this bald-headed annoying ass little boy. Many people hate him. The things he says and does just makes you want to throw him. There was a time where Caillou was getting fed up with his newborn baby sister Rosie, believing that his family doesn't care about him and wants to have all of Rosie's attention. This causes him to throw his ragdoll onto the floor in anger, wanting nothing to do with it anymore. When his dad asks him if he liked to rock Rosie, he angrily shouts no. If I did this, my parents would have given me the death stare. More disobedience, I would have been in the grave. While his dad is busy, he grabs Rosie and kisses her. Then he suddenly grabs and pinches her cheek, causing her to cry. Like, why did you have to do that? This dude says he doesn't like her because she doesn't play with him. Your sister is a newborn baby. You're 4 years old. It's not like your sister knows about anything yet. His dad tells him about the good things about being a big brother and that she's too little to play. They try to play it off and be like, aw, look at him be a good little brother. Hell no. Don't try to downplay it. You're probably like, it's just a pinch. you're in for a treat because I ain't even done yet. So his dad promises him to take him to a circus. When Caillou remarks that he doesn't want to be late for it, his dad tells him the circus is until the next day. This causes his dude to cry. He gets all annoyed and doesn't even want to listen to his dad to make breakfast. He breaks the wheel of a nearby toy car that he tries to play with and bursts into a temper tantrum, furiously kicking, screaming, and pounding his fists against the floor. This even causes his sister to wake up. I'm telling you, if this was me, Sam from Cobra Kai. Sam hasn't made me that annoyed recently, maybe due to the fact I don't pay much attention to her character like I used to. I saw a joke on the internet talking about how she's low-key the reasoning for the show happening due to her choices, and I can agree, but to a certain point. She chooses the popular girls over Aisha, who is like her childhood friend. She feels kinda bad about it, but not enough to change or defend Aisha from the bullying. Miguel sees her flirting with Robbie at the dinner Miguel wasn't invited to. She hid the truth about her dating Miguel from her parents because Cobra Kai is bad. Oh, shut up. At least Miguel was genuinely good. I can understand if he was on the same level of Johnny back in Karate Kid 1. She thinks it's okay to go to the party with Robbie without letting Miguel know. She can see Miguel is drunk, and when she's accidentally hit by Miguel, she's freaked out even though he was targeting Robbie. I don't know, man. She just plays victim and it pisses me off. For you to low-key ghost your boyfriend says a lot about you. Another thing is how she and Miguel move on from each other, and she dates Robbie while Miguel dates Tori. She kisses him anyway, which results in the infamous school fight. To be fair, she was drunk and could have also not been over Miguel, but it doesn't make it right in the slightest. Also, her beef with Tori, it just got worse and worse. Even before Tori saw her kiss Miguel, she assumed Tori had stole her mom's wallet. Tori as a character has it rough, having to take care of her family because they're poor and unstable. It makes you have empathy with her character. And recently in the newest season, her mother died. Cobra Kai can indeed be cringe though. The Mr. Miyagi glaze went through my head. Daniel really mentions this man every episode like he's his lord and savior. Don't forget he ditched college to be with him. Get me meat out of your mouth, Daniel-san. Naruto. Where can I start? This is my favorite anime of all time, and just like how other anime helps and builds us in our youth, Naruto has done the same for me. The story, the character, the fights, everything about it I love, except for the fact that how they did Madara. Other than that, there's a few characters I find annoying. We're not gonna say all of them, but let me say about two. Sakura. Okay, I'm not a huge Sakura hater per se. I like her enough to not hate her, but man oh man, she makes me mad. She tells everyone that she will convince Naruto. Instead, she gives a fake confession to manipulate him, ignoring Naruto's own feelings on the matter. The fact that she lied to this dude's face talking about, I love you, Naruto. Even Yamato and Kakashi was looking at her like, huh? What is going on? And then in the end, she couldn't do it, despite all the talk she gave. Like we all know, you, me, Naruto, knew that she couldn't go through with it. So why lie your way into this one? When Obito asks her to destroy the Rinnegan, she hesitates, leading to the world almost ending. This reminds me of when Star-Lord couldn't hold his feelings back in Infinity War and got Thanos out of the trance. Someone who's way worse than her? Danzo. Now this man is absolutely vile. He is responsible for some of the villains that come back to haunt the village. He purposely has the Uchiha not intervene in the defense of the Leaf during the Nine Tails attack. This is what eventually turns the village against the clan. The Uchiha massacre. He is responsible almost directly for Kabuto. He uses and abuses him by prying onto his attachment to his mother. He then tries to trick the two of them into killing each other, even after how much they have done for the village. Like, how much do you want, you power hungry and old bitch? This pushes Kabuto into Orochimaru's arms, by the way. He also conspires with Hanzo to kill Yahiko because he thinks this can help him become a Hokage. I don't know how this makes you an Hokage, but sure. This has a direct hand in the creation of Pain. Yes, Pain, who destroys the Leaf Village and kills my man Jiraiya. RIP, got packed up by the 6 paths of jumping. He also purposely holds his forces back when Pain comes for the Leaf and tries to keep Naruto away. Without Naruto, the village was done for. If anything went his way for a split second and he got what he wanted, the village wouldn't exist. I was glad when Sasuke had his ass running and scared for his life. He eventually blew up and did nothing at the end too. RIP my boy Shisui as well. And fuck that nasty wrinkly arm filled with Sharingan. What were you supposed to do with that anyways? In conclusion, fuck Danzo.